Peace, peace, peace. Let me wipe my camera. Come on, let's go to the water. I'm out here doing this obstacle course. My princess. Never been on a zip line, but I just did it. Yeah, let's go this way. Let's see the water. Wow. Oh my gosh. It rose up a lot. You remember last time we came here, the water was way lower. Oh my gosh, this rose up a lot. Okay, so yeah. Let me deliver this message. Let's go look. Wow, look at this water. I'll let y'all get a sneak peek. Last time we came here was a whole lot. You want to hold Daddy's hand? Come on. Okay. Last time we came here, we was able to walk a lot down to the river. There you go. Hold Daddy's hand. You can see a lot of the rocks. But yeah, as you can see, a lot has changed. Wow. But anywho, wow, see the water? Oh yeah, so my message, peace and greetings to all. Give honor to source, ancestors known and unknown. Give honor to you. It's a little chilly out here. You want to walk back up and then, or you want to walk this way? Okay, stay right here on the side of Daddy, okay? Okay? Yeah. So, oh yeah, I just want to let whoever is out there come on this way know that it's okay to be weird. Oh, we might have to walk back up, baby, because there's a lot of rocks. Come on, let's go back up this way. But it's funny what you said when I said weird. But I feel like that has been taken out of context, or, you know, I'm going to give you my interpretation of this, or my perception. My perception, while I let y'all glance at this amazing view of this river. My perspective on, baby, take your hands out of your pocket, baby. Step up. Take your time. Hey, look. Step up. Watch your step. There you go. I'm trying to walk with both hands in pockets. Interesting. So, okay. The message I'm delivering and the whole purpose behind it right now is this. You. And what I mean by you, and a lot probably can relate to this, is that when I say weird, I mean like being called weird just because you didn't want to do what everybody else is doing. Being called strange, or whatever you want to call it. Now, when I'm saying weird, I don't mean in the sense of like how people are just doing things to just, how could I say this? Like, my perception of that is like, it's weird just because, let's say, I like to be in nature, or I like to be out. I like to go camping, or, you know, I love doing things that others may perceive as, oh man, why you don't go to the club? Oh man, why you don't do certain things? And not to say I didn't do those things, but my authentic self, naturally, I would love to go to do things as such, like being out in nature. Ooh, look at this, baby. Being out in nature, really not doing the things that other people normally do. There you go. Your typical artist that, you know, some may. Yeah, but babe, we're not walking all the way to the water. We can step right here. We can get close. Like for instance, me realizing, coming to the acceptance that I never cared to fit in. And so did you didn't come to fit in. I didn't come to fit in, and I realized I had to come to a deep acceptance of that. Is that I really never came here to try to fit into the norm of what everybody else calls normal. Wow, that's beautiful. So again, it's like that sense of being like an outcast. I never felt like I fit into my family. Lily, go. Wow. Oh my. Kids, boy, do certain things that just. So yeah, I never felt like I fit into the world. Never felt like and I had to really become okay with that. I never really felt like I fit into certain family dynamics. Traditionally, I never. Okay, baby. I never felt like I wanted to be like everyone else. So in that, in being that, you know, you can be classified as being weird. Being more into spirituality, learning more about other cultures and religions, not typically growing up in certain environments where, you know, what people consider as normal, doing the things that they do, and oh, he's a weirdo. Oh, he's strange, man. Watch out. And the thing is that what I want to let y'all know and express to you is that we want to go this way. I'll go this way. Okay, let's go that way. So, and that's the thing that again, we are the ones that are here. The ones that don't fit in, we are the ones that create the change, that create the shift, that create the things that most people want to classify as being normal. So I didn't do a lot of things. I didn't even feel like I fit into the school systems, anything. I really felt like I knew I was here to create the change. I knew I was here to create create something that what isn't really normal. Even when it comes like to relationships, connecting with people, some people felt like, oh, you should be dating someone that looks like you, or classified as just anything that they felt I should be doing. And what I realized that helped me, like what that really did is show me who people were outside of the fact of it showed me who they were, or it revealed who they truly were and what our connection and relationship was, just because I didn't fit into their classification or their idea of what I should do, how I should be. So, a lot of people get a lot of backlash, or can experience, or I experienced a lot of backlash that I really didn't talk about a lot, because there was a thing even with the mother of my child, like my partner, where I know a lot of people didn't accept or want to accept just the fact of, when some people look at people because they're so focused on the external that, they're quick to say like, or why you with a white girl or a Caucasian girl or yada, yada, yada. And some people really have a narrative or based off their narrative, they have this inner dialogue from what they've experienced with people that maybe look like her or anything, to automatically judge not only her but myself, just because you're in a connection or with someone. And not that it matters to me, because I don't really care for others' opinions. It's just so much of how it just reveals a lot when you're not doing what the world, yeah, the beautiful tree, what the world and other people feel you should be doing. And shout out to you for having the courage to even be yourself. It takes a lot in a world where everyone wants to be something else but themselves. So if that means you're being called weird, if you're being called strange, that's my whole perception and concept around that. Is that people are going to say and all these things, but it takes a lot of courage to really be who you are and be authentic. Hmm? Yeah. Yeah, the water's on the other side too. So it really takes a lot of courage to even be yourself. So back on that topic, it's like it really remove a lot of people masks just because of who you're dating or who you're in connection with. And for those that you don't know, my whole upbringing, I was just, I always felt like an outcast. I would do these very things like this when I was younger. And I see that my princess loves to do the same thing as well, is that I will always be seeking or always be doing something different. I was always so curious. And that's what I had to accept about me being weird. It's like some people are like, oh, that's weird, you like to go out and do, but there's others like me. And to the others like me, I appreciate you. I see you. You want to go this way, baby? That goes back to the other place. Which way you want to go? Okay. All right. So this way we go. But anywho, so again, it takes a lot of courage to even not even like, because there was a point in my journey where I was getting discouraged, doubtful, because of the inner dialogue that I developed. And I intuitively, I felt the judgment from other people, even me being, okay, we're going to go to the, you want to go back to the part we were at? Okay, let's go then. Just keep going that way then. So again, the judgment, because of how and who you're with, and so much centered around that. And a lot of that, again, was based on their perception or experiences with people as such, which, again, had nothing to do with her, myself. But even just being who you are, people are still going to, again, classify, let even stuff like this. Let's say, like I said, I used to do modeling. And so with modeling, but I always had my own sense of style. I didn't really like to dress like no one. So in that, me being myself, I used to see how far, or people will try to, this way, baby, in not being themselves, will try to keep you away from trying to really stand in that, because they don't know what it is to be that. So before I got into modeling, I would always be myself. But when I was in, I went to this school, and it's wild how the programming is, or it's wild how, and a lot of you can relate to this, like high school, or, which I felt like a lot of these places that people never talked about, but it's me to talk about it. A lot of these places, now I see the weirdos, like the people that were gothic, all these different demographics or different categories people were in school, like the jockeys or the people that were popular just because they played sports. In me, I was so more focused on, my arts, my creativity, while everyone else did their own thing. Yeah. I was so pressured in trying to do, the schools try to pressure me to playing sports. And in reality, I really never cared. So, you're talking about all these different people, different personalities, all these things that you're in these schools growing up, peer pressure, which we called it peer pressure then, but it's no difference than when you see people now trying to pressure people in, no matter what their age is, into being something without them even allowing them to blossom and come into their own. So I used to see those people in schools and or growing up, I'd be like, and I saw who they call weird. Saw the kids getting picked on and bullied, and I was one of them. And you seeing people get picked on and bullied because they were weird and just because they didn't want to be or portray themselves like the other people. So now I used to see that like as a form of weakness in a way, because I'm like, here are these people, and who are they just because their mom and dad, because I was at a school that, again, having traveled so much and go different places, I came back from a school in Alabama that was, at the time, the middle school was mostly, dark people, melanated people. Then it was a whole culture shock coming into schools that I had no idea that was mostly, Lily, come on, man. Like mostly, if you want to call it Caucasian or fairer skinned people. So when I went there, I was like mind blown. Because I knew every melanated person, and pretty much every melanated person stayed in the neighborhood that I stayed in. And so with that, it's like, it's just to see how people portrayed themselves, how they acted out, how they, certain people were, the jokesters, the bullies, the ones that were, and it's crazy, it's like the ones that will act tough, but deep down they were real vulnerable or hurting inside. Not that I see that now, and even me being there and seeing why I did what I did. So, just seeing how those people who were classified as weirdos, or just because they didn't do a certain thing, just because they didn't buy into or give into the narrative of what you should be, even in high school. Same thing with colleges. Seeing those people who were, which I see now just as myself, like, people play video games. Yeah, I played little games when I was younger, but I used to play like Lord of the Rings. That's one of my favorite series to watch. I love listening to classical music. Then I'll put on, like, it's a balance with me. Like, I'll put on some mystical. Then I'll put on some, at the time where I was, like, I'll put on some Future. I'll put on some, like I said, classical music. I'll put on some, what is the name? John Coltrane, some Miles Davis. Like, it was truly like a balance that I would, realize and come into the acceptance. I'm like, hold on, man, this is truly who I am. Now, but due to, again, our upbringings, a lot of this was pushed down or pushed to, the park is up here, baby. Okay, come on then, we gotta go to the car. So, again, a lot of this was pushed down, cast aside, because we were really, due to the fact of what we heard from others, we were really pressured into trying to be something that we were not. And that caused a lot of people, which myself, which I've normally done most of my life, is to rebel. And that's what a lot of, the healing journey taught me in facing myself and taking back my powers, that I realized that a lot of which I was coming into and accepting has a lot to do with standing in my power and accepting that little boy that did love those things and didn't want to be like everyone else, didn't care to fit into, allow people to put me in a box and try to fit me into this norm of, oh, you got to be this, you got to play sports, or you got to go to school. If you don't do this, then you're a failure, which was the complete opposite of what is really going on. So, in coming into that, it changes a lot. Hey, how you doing? Look, say hey.
This is Lucy.
Lucy is dedicated. Hey, Lucy.
Oh, she's so cute.
Hey. You want to touch her? Say hey. Oh, I appreciate it. And who is this right here?
This is Lilo.
Lilo. You're not going to say... Your hands must be cold. Because she would usually freak out when she see dogs. What kind of dogs are those?
Corgis.
Corgis. Wow, okay. Yeah. Oh, those are the dogs like I seen on the videos when they walk.
Yes, with the butts.
With the butts, their butt shape. I'm not trying to offend you guys. Nope. The puppies, okay? Have a good one. Which way you want to go, babe? Purple. Okay. So yeah, that's how I came to again to accept a lot of peace in my life. Is because I had to rid myself of trying to fit in the norm of what other people feel like I should be. And it's okay to be weird. Like I said, I used to like things growing up that most people didn't like. I mean, let me sit here ponder on something like certain things like I wasn't into trendings. I honestly felt like I was a trending topic, and I still do. It's like I really always been to myself, and now that I came back into that awareness, be careful, baby. Now that I came back into that awareness, I realized like it's an honor being myself. It's an honor being weird, or knowing that people are gonna call you whatever, no matter where you are in life, no matter what your status or career is. Again, it's like, oh yeah, I was one of the ones that I love writing. Writing, oh my gosh. Like poetry, writing, things that really brought me joy, thought that really... You want to get back on? Huh? Big part? You want to go to another one? Okay, come on. Whoa. You all right? Okay, you want to walk this way? Okay. So, and in the truth of all of this is we were always been our authentic self, no matter what. It's just the inner dialogue, man. I cannot stress this enough. I don't want no one to stress. I'm not telling you. But the inner dialogue, like what is your inner dialogue? Is that from other people? And what I mean is like a lot of us were our earliest bullies were our caregivers or parents, if you want to call it that, or people that we grew up around. A lot of you that are into like, one thing I also like is like I love cartoons. I like anime. Like I like Dragon Ball Z. I like stuff. Yeah. That's a sign that tell you that, what is that? A hummingbird. That's a humming moth. Wow, I never saw that. Yeah, these are the insects that's out here, baby. When it gets warmer, these are the caterpillar. That caterpillar turns into a butterfly. So yeah. And it's cold right now, so a lot of these flowers aren't out here because it's real cold. But when it gets warmer, you got potty? Got potty? Okay. So yeah. Just things like, you couldn't normally go up and talk to someone about like, yo, bro, you heard about that? Da 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 da. Because I realized a lot of people was consumed by rappers, the basketball, all that other stuff that, again, that's not everyone's world. That's not my world. That's not my reality. I was more drawn to people that like one shout out to, I ain't gonna name no names, but shout out to like this one, shout out to people who are into, what do they call it? Like cosplay, or let me say like, people that like, what do they call it? They dress up and, baby, that's not a path, baby. That's just the woods. We gotta walk this way. Cause you can fit through there, but daddy cannot. Let me reword it. I believe it's that because they do dress up. Or do they call it, I might have to delete that out of here, but I'm just being honest. But anywho, what do they call it? People that dress up in their Comic Cons. That's what they call. I believe that's what they call. Yeah, Comic Cons or whatever. I think that's the name. Ooh, I hope I ain't jacked that up. But people that like into comics, like they dress up as a character. I didn't even know that was a thing until like a certain age, but I just love the fact of how people dressed up and really be themselves, like to become the character. And I see that no different than when people try to become and be into like celebrate the Halloween, or some places, other cultures, they call it the Day of the Dead, or what, or they call it a lot of things. But again, because you got Western culture, then you got people that honor their ancestors and celebrate that day differently. So again, it's just how people dress up. And baby, we got to go to another part. We got to drive there. I got to drive there. This is the park they have over here. You want to go to another one? Okay, come on. You can tell she's ready to take a nap. Trying to play it off. But anywho. So yeah, that whole thing that, again, people, I just realized that I never cared to fit in. I was naturally drawn to other cultures, or people of different creeds, languages, like things around the world, different foods. Okay, the grapes in the car, come on. You want daddy to carry you? Okay.
I'll go your head.
On my head? Lord, how I'm gonna hold the phone? Okay, come on. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. Hold on to daddy's head, okay? So what I realized is that I wasn't into a lot of those things. And that's another thing that we've been so far from, is our authentic self, is that we've accepted the dialogues of others, societally, governmentally, mom, dad, whomever, and that really has steered us away from ourselves. Like, it's okay. Like I said, it may sound crazy, but it's okay to be weird in the right of, things that are strange, that are not normal per se. And what I mean by that is like your imagination. Your imagination is powerful.
You go down like that.
Yeah. And people that you.
Go that farm and go that.
Mm-hmm.
Bed and go that.
Yeah.
Okay.
There used to be a train right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a train.
Yeah.
A wire. Oh, it's a wire.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wire.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go that there. I'll go that way.
Which way?
That way.
You want to go what way?
That way.
You want to get grapes, or you want to walk that way?
I'll this way.
You want to walk this way?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. So I'll continue. But like I said, your imagination, that creativity is what makes you weird, in a sense. And I'm not saying weird in the sense like people harming people or going out there intentionally doing stuff in a way that that's not cool. No, I'm not any way promoting that. It's just my message is to those that have, by being yourself, you've been called weird or you've been bullied to believe that, oh, being yourself and dressing different, looking different, wanting to stand up and be your authentic self, and you've been devalued or outcast just because of that. That's BS, man. You deserve to be yourself. You deserve to love yourself. You deserve to be who you truly are out here. Because again, I've known what that felt to be bullied. And I also was on not only receiving it, but I was also dishing it out because I was learning it from other people. And that goes back to school and peer pressure and even in the home dynamics. We were just assuming that, yeah, this is cool, this is this, and oh, you should. And in reality, we took on a narrative and carried this inner dialogue that was never really ours. That was really never the voice of the divine. That was really never connected to who we truly are. It was a disconnect from that. And so as we developed that, we took on this narrative like, oh, it's cool, it's all right, you should do this. Baby, we might have this is not a trail, baby. The trail is all the way over there, and I don't want to get too close to the road, okay? We're gonna go to a bigger park, all right? You okay with that? All right, come on. We're gonna go get some grapes. Cause Daddy the cars, like I don't want to get too close to no road or in the road. So yeah, again, I even let her know, like, baby, cheer her on in everything she's doing. Because I realize that helps me with my own inner child or healing myself, because there's things she's probably going to do that, am I going to tell her that, oh, that's weird or that's strange? In reality, she has her own imagination. She has her own purpose here. So I refuse to be the bully that other people were to me. I refuse to walk down that same path, because I'm here to change that. So it is okay to be you. And that's one of the toughest things that I've realized that a lot of people are challenged to really be, whether it's in your career. I challenge you to be yourself in your career or whatever it is you want to do. Because sometimes what I've learned is that I'm here to create those things. Some of us are here to create that. And that goes by not trying to fit in. If I don't want to fit in, well, let me create something no one else has ever done. Let me change the whole narrative around what artistry is. Such as me doing things that, my artistry centering around things spiritually, ancestrally, and mental health. Things I don't have to say, but the power of an artist, such as, musician and people that write or whatever, you have the power to change that. I love people I love it when people just like have the courage to do something someone else never did. Because that shows you that you're not here to fit in. You're not here to try to buy into the narrative, and no amount of money or no amount of anything can make you fit in. Because the right ones will come along and they'll support you genuinely. So, absolutely. Okay, we're here, baby. What did I do with the key? So, again, I just want to deliver y'all that message because it's been in my spirit heavily. Where did I put that key? There it is. Dang. Whoop. Okay. Ready? Oop. Hold on. Go ahead and get in the front, baby. So you can eat your grapes before we go. Then I'm gonna put you in the car seat after we get ready to leave. You can eat them right here in the front. Go ahead and get in there because it's cool out here. I'm gonna shut the door. Just slide it over, baby. Stay right there. Okay, well, you. All right. There you go. So, you want to eat them right here? We can eat it right here. We don't have to be in a rush to leave. Just sit right there. Daddy coming around the other side. So yeah, yeah. That's all I want to let y'all know, man. It's okay to be yourself, bro. I'll open it for you. It's a yummy. Okay, make sure you chew slow, okay? Don't put the whole thing in there because there's some big grapes. See, just like I told you. As soon as you get in, make sure you eat slow, okay? As soon as you get in, bam, classical music. Because, and the reason I say this is because that's one thing, I don't care what's on about. That's something that really calms, like has really calmed me. Thank you, baby. What keeps me calm, because a lot of that music, man, I realized how much it used to consume me, listen to certain things. It wasn't really healthy for me, my mental. Because here I am, you know, let me say if I'm going through something. It's okay, baby, you eat them. Make sure you eat them slow. Here I am going through something, you know, let's say I'm going through something mentally. It's okay, it's all right. If I'm going through something mentally, if I'm going through something mentally, okay, baby. If I'm going through something mentally, like what I realized, like in my past, like even growing up with seeing how the music affected me and my emotional state. If I wasn't in a stable emotional state, I will like listen to certain music purposely to feel angered or to go out there and do something, like how it affected my mental to where I would want to go out there and do something. And that's why I feel like even, you know, you can be in environments or have been in environments where, you know, just because you don't listen to certain things that you're automatically strange or this and that. And I'm like, people have no idea when you're talking about on the vibrational aspect or what really calms you and soothes your soul, you know, jazz, classical music, you know, soulful things that really make you feel a way, feel good, feel balanced, feel secure. So that was a process because all of the other stuff that I was learning. You got a potty? So all of the other things that I was learning, I realized, I'm like, whoa, a lot of that was pressure. What is it, baby?
Yes, go baby.
You got a potty? Okay, come on. So, anywho, I'll make a part 2 to this. Remember, it's okay to be yourself. Peace and blessings. Shalom.